good day everyone. Today I will I will discuss the module for 12.4 communication, conflict and successful resolution. So let's start. John Gottman used the metaphor of the four horsemen apocalypse from the New Testament to describe communication style that can predict the end of a relationship. Do not conquest war, anger, and death. Gottman instead used the term criticism, contempt, defensive, and stonewalling. So ayon daw sa kay Gottman, John Gottman, ginamit ang metaphor ng four horsemen of the apocalypse mula sa bagong statement para ilarawan ang mga style ng mga komunikasyon na pwedeng mahulaan ang katapusan ng isang relasyon. So the first one na binanggit niya is yun na yung criticism. So, ang criticism in a relationship of yours, when we focus on our partner flaws and past judgment, it is expressed through disapproving, critiquing, correcting, blaming, nitpicking, or fixing. Constant criticism is not constructive, encouraging, or inspiring. The act of being critical focuses on the negative aspect and does not offer useful information for solution and improvement. Criticism attacks someone's character rather than address specific behavior. Example, you are selfish rather than I will love your help with planning our upcoming trip. So, ang criticism daw ay nakakasira ng relasyon, lalo na kung ito ay tungkol sa personality or character ng isang tao. Pangalawa, kapag puno ito ng sisihan, kunyari, no, pag may problema sila, instead na gumawa ng way para maayos yun or maayos ang problema, nakafocus sila sa pagsisisihan. Okay? Nakafocus sila kung saan nagmula ang away. Kabilang na dito ang pagmamaliit sa pamamagitan ng aking nabanggit. Dito nagsisimulang makaramdam ang isang taong nakakaranas ng criticism, yung feeling nila, kinokontrol sila, which is ito ay nagre-resulta ng short-term relationship. So, para naman po maiwasan ang criticism or para labanan ito, iwasan ang pagpansin or pagpuna. Pag-usapan ng tungkol sa inyong nararamdaman sa pamamagitan ng paggamit ng salitang ako at hindi ikaw, at sabihin ang iyong nararamdaman in a positive way. So, the second one is contempt. In a relationship, refers to feelings of disdain or disgust for your partner is a person. It's toxic and causes a heavy emotional, psychological, and physical toll on the receiving partner. Contempt is very different from a complaint about your partner's actions. Contempt takes it a step further, and you explain the criticism by attributing to the partner inherent unworthiness. So, ang contempt, ang sinasabi nila pong contempt, dito na po pumapasok ang pang-aalipusta, pagkasuklam sa iyong partner, na kung saan nagkukos ito ng matinding emotional, which is sobrang toxic nito, sabi nga nila. Sobrang toxic nito sa relasyon. Psychological, physically, o na pinapa-feel mo sa taong, nagkukos siya ng psychologically, physically damage dun sa tao na yun na pinapa-feel mo ng ganong behavior or ng ganong treatment. So, para naman po maiwasan ng contempt, ito, build a culture of appreciation at respeto palagi, no? Or palagi mong ipakita at iparamdam na mahal mo siya. Okay? Para daw maiwasan yung contempt, parating mo daw ipa-feel sa tao na yun or sa partner mo na mahal mo siya. The more na positive ka, the more na maliit ang possible ng or posibilidad ng away. The third one is defensiveness. Is most often as response to criticism. It's when a person tries to defend themselves from feeling angry, hurt, or ashamed. When they perceive that other person as critical, criticism may make the other partner feel anxious or worried that the other partner does not care for them. They may have low self-esteem or depression. They may experience self-blame, guilt, or shame about what they are perceiving as criticism. These feelings and experiences may lead the person to defend themselves and try to stop feeling this way. This can lead them to become defensive. So, ito na po yung kunyari, hindi nila inaamin na nasira or hindi nila natupad ang kanilang promise. Instead, sinisisi pa nila sa iba o sa kanilang partner. Dahil dito, pinapatagal ang alitan or hindi na nare-resolve ba ang problema at lalo pang lumalala ang alitan sa na pinagmumulan ng arguments. Unfortunately, ang ganitong diskarte daw or palusot, madalas daw hindi nagtatagumpay. So, the last one, ito na po yung stone walling. It's a negative and destructive way of communicating. It often causes people to withdraw from the other person, which harms the emotional intimacy in a relationship. As people withdraw, it creates a sense of distance, and the people in the relationship may begin to grow apart. So, ito na po yung negative at mapanirang paraan ng pakikipag-usap. Nakakasira din daw ito sa emosyon na intimacy sa isang relasyon. Gumagawa ito ng feeling, distansya at pagkasira ng relasyon. Parang ito po yung mga taong manipulative. Parang ginajustify po nila yung mali nila para maging okay sila. Ito yung mga taong mapanlinlang or mahilig mambilog. Kumbaga manipulative person or manipulative people. Para po naman labanan ang stonewalling, makisali sa sociological self-soothing. Ang pagtatalo ng sabi nga nila, ang pagtatalo ay nagko-cause or nagre-release ng stress hormones, which is hindi maganda. That's all. Thank you.